Gorilla tourism actually is has increased by 100 has increased by 10% compared to 2019, meaning its recovery has been at 110% compared to 2019. If I compare, for example, the period that we had in 2019, we were generating 90% of our tourism revenues from the National Park of VNP was generated from gorilla tourism, and we were generating about $28.9 million from the Volcanoes National Park. And when you compare the same period the same period from January to June this year, from 2019 to 2022, our revenues have surpassed the levels of the levels of 2019 by 1 million. That is 6 million USD to over 6.5 or to over 7.9 million USD for volcanoes. So that shows that tourism that is done sustainably encourages has been one of the gorilla tourism has been one of the key contributors of our recovery. The high-end tourism across the country, not only, obviously the gorilla tourism is the leading product, and that has been one of the leading attractions that has brought back tourism in Rwanda. I think the other question was on the Queen Uranga, the boat. The boat has had some challenges in the construction, and this has been because of has been a result of COVID-19. But we are expecting that the boat will be completed by the end of this year, and the operator will be able to take over from there. The operator is Mantis Collections, as we have been indicating, and the developer is Afrinest Engineering. If nothing changes, the end of the year is the timeline that has been set by the developer. I think the other question was on hotels, investments. The prices, I don't have them. Obviously, given that there will be an announcement in due time on, first of all, you probably know that it's 10 rooms that are fully equipped, that are en suite hotel rooms on a hotel that will be floating on a lake, basically. And I believe that the prices won't be any different from what we're used to, but let's wait for the operator to actually be the ones to announce this, as there will be a full product brief that will be prepared ahead of time. And as we always do, we always invite the media for any new product launch. You remember that for new products, for example, we had the hot air balloon, I think it was earlier this year, that was launched in Akagera National Park, and we made sure that the investor actually briefs the media, because without you, the public won't know that there is actually a new product. I think the other question was on hotel investments that are around the country, if there are more opportunities for not only foreigners but also Rwandans. The investment opportunities are not only, you don't seem to be convinced. Is that the question?
I think she asked if investors building hotels and if there's any other investment opportunities in the tourism industry. Am I right?
Yeah, but investment in general, not only in the hotel industry, but also in other areas where investors can get opportunities, since the tourism industry here in Rwanda is growing.
Okay. So starting with tourism, maybe starting with investment generally, Rwanda enjoys one of the best doing business environments. Rwanda is ranked by the World Bank as the second easiest place to do business. And this was a result of many reforms and facilitation and business-friendly regulations and institutions that were put in place, as well as processes to facilitate investors, be foreigners or Rwandans. And there are different incentives that were put in place for different sectors, for different categories to facilitate investors generally. And some of the key investment sectors include ICT, manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, to name but a few. On tourism specifically, we've also been encouraging investors to take advantage of key master plans that have been put in place in key destination management areas. I would say, starting with the Kivu Belt master plan, which has about 8 flagship projects across the shores of Lake Kivu, including 2 investment areas in Rubavu, where we look at facilitating investors to be able to exploit the natural resources that we have, which is the hot spring to start with, and also to boost the room capacity in Rubavu. As you saw, just last weekend, we had an event that attracted a number of participants, and that's just one of them, because even during the COVID-19 pandemic, when we had highest case numbers, we also hosted volleyball championships and other tournaments. That shows that there is great potential in secondary cities, and Rubavu being one of them also has some of the investment opportunities in the Kivu Belt. And going to Karongi as well, there are a number of opportunities, about 3 flagship projects as well for ecotourism or an eco lodge or an eco resort, sorry. On the shores of Lake Kivu, there are about 2 plots that have been earmarked for investment, for private investment, and there is also about 200 hectares of land that have been earmarked to serve for the development of a golf course and high-end villas to boost and diversify, to boost tourism by diversifying the destinations, by diversifying the kind of products that people can enjoy across the country. That's not all. We also have investment opportunities in the southern province where we have conference facilities that have been planned by the local authorities in Huye, but also in Muhanga. A 4-star hotel is also planned to be developed to boost, to assist or to leverage from Kigali traffic, but also develop the infrastructure that is needed in this area. You probably can imagine that Muhanga could be at the center of a number of provinces. It is very near to Kigali. It's very close to Western Province through Karongi, and is also very close to the Southern Province. That makes it also a very strategic place. Akagera National Park, the surroundings, have also been earmarked to facilitate ecotourism development projects, where we have a master plan that has been put in place in consultation with the Akagera Management Company, the private sector, the local authorities in the area, to also bring some infrastructure outside the national park, and also have some conservation areas actually in the middle section, the Mutumba area, and also in the southern section. That's to just name a few of such projects. But I'm happy to share with you the investor pitch deck of RDB that really provides additional details, not only for tourism, but also other investment areas as well.